and welcome to a new episode of the Fox and the Sheep podcast. My name is Nina and I'm coming to you from the beautiful Bavaria in Germany. Because it's such a long time, I introduced myself and the podcast. I thought I would do that. So for all new viewers, welcome to this podcast. And I thought I'd just tell a little bit about myself and what this podcast is about. So, my name is Nina. I'm 26 years old and right now I am 6 months, almost 7 months pregnant, and that's really exciting and a big change, and I'm really looking forward to this baby. I have lived in Sweden for almost 12 years now, but when me and my partner found out that we would have a baby, we decided that we would move back to Germany, or I would move back. He's Swedish, so for him it's totally new country, new language. Yes, to be closer to my family, my mom and my sister, to have some support when the baby comes, and be near them, because I think I really miss them. So now I'm here in Bavaria and it's so beautiful here. It's really near the Alps and you can see the mountains, not from my apartment, but when you go outside you can see them, and it's just beautiful, and I'm really happy to be here, to be near my sister and her two little girls, and my mom and my dad, and I'm happy. And my partner is coming really soon with all our things, with the car from Sweden, and then we are finally landing here, and that's really exciting. It's, for me, it doesn't feel like coming back to Germany, because it's a different part from Germany from where I've lived before. I was 14 when we moved to Sweden, all my entire family, and they moved back last year to Germany, and now I'm also here. Yes, it doesn't feel like coming back, because it's a totally new area here in the Bavarian Alps, and I do know the language. That's a big plus, that I don't have to learn German. But when we moved from Germany, I was only a teenager, so I never lived in Germany as an adult. So it's different from Sweden, and I think I have to learn how to be an adult human being in Germany. So it's kind of new for me as well, but I don't know, it's hard to explain how it feels to be back. Right now I've been here for 3 weeks now, and right now I still feel a little bit like I'm on vacation, but I think that will change more when my partner is coming for all things, and yes, I have to do all the paperwork and insurance and such things. I'm not looking forward to that, but that's a part of it when you move to a new country. Yes, let's go on to what this podcast is all about. This is a knitting podcast mainly, but I'm also talking about sewing and spinning and wood carving. If you followed me on Instagram, you maybe know that I'm carving mainly nose pins and use them for winding yarn to a ball. So I'm showing some carvings here on the podcast sometimes. Yes, so this episode I have so much to show you. In the last episode I didn't have much to show you because during the summer my knitting, how do you call it? Yeah, I can't knit. It always disappears when spring is coming, it's getting warmer, and I pick up my knitting and I don't feel for it. And so it goes entire summer. And this year I thought it would be different because I was at Arriweater Yarn Festival and I bought these beautiful yarns, and I thought, and that was in spring, so I thought, oh, now I have projects for the entire summer. But then I got pregnant and I didn't feel so well, and then it was really warm outside and it didn't work. So I didn't knit. I knit a little bit, but not much at all. But since autumn is here, I have knit a lot. So you will see really soon. I have lots of finished objects and work in progress to show you in this episode. So yes, I hope you enjoy, and let's dive into it. My first finished object is the sweater I'm wearing, and that's the Newleafe sweater by Jennifer Steingass, knit love wool on Instagram. Yes, and that's knit in tuku wool, and I bought this yarn at Edinburgh Yarn Festival in spring, and I really love this sweater. I've worn it a lot since I finished it. I finished it maybe a month ago or so, and yes, in the pattern there are two different options for sleeves. The one is the short sleeve version without the color work on section on the sleeve, and the other version is the long sleeve, but I made a 3/4 length on the sleeves because I wanted to have a sweater I could wear in a late summer, early autumn. It would not be too warm because I like to pull up my sleeves, and I thought I would try to knit a sweater with 3/4 sleeves. And then I also cropped it a little bit, so it's a little bit shorter than in the pattern. And I'm really happy how it turned out. And yeah, my belly is still fitting inside because I knitted one size larger, so it's a little bit more loosely than sweaters I usually knit, because I like my sweaters fairly snug, but at this time I thought I would knit one size bigger to have a little more fit when my belly is growing. And so yeah, I'm really happy. And the yarn is the first time I knitted in tuku wool, and I really love it. And I think I had 4 skeins of the dark one and 1 skein of the white, and I have a little bit left of the dark and maybe half of the white skein. So it's not, you don't need a lot of yarn for this sweater. I made it a little bit shorter, so yeah, but I love it and I'm really happy. And I think I want to make knit more designs from Jennifer Steingass, because she has so many beautiful yoked sweaters, and I would like to maybe make a cardigan sometimes. Yes, the next finished object I knitted also from yarn I bought at Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and that was really a really special yarn. And it's from Emma from Woolly Mammoth. And I met her, we lived together in an apartment together with 10 other people, and it was really lovely to meet her and get to know her. And then I just had to buy some of her yarn, and it's this really unusual color for me. It's this light pink. I think it's on a gray base, light gray base, and I think the colorway is called Heather. I'm not sure, but I have one skein left. Let me see. Yes, the colorway is called Heather. So yeah, for one skein left. I used a tiny bit of the skein, but I had 3 skeins, and I knitted this. Let me see. Little cardigan. It's a webbed cardigan, but unfortunately, I think I will frock it because the pattern is by Knitting for Olive, and she makes she has a lot of patterns on Ravelry in English for children, and her adult patterns all are in Danish, and I understand a little bit of Danish, but it was really hard to understand the pattern sometimes, and I think I made an error in the beginning because that's a top down cardigan, so the neckline is way too loose. It almost falls off my shoulders, and that's really sad. I tried to fix it here, like to sew it in a bit, but it's still too loose. And yeah, the only way to save it is to unravel the entire cardigan and reknit it. And I don't know if I like the pattern so much that I could knit it again. I think I want to. I wore it a couple of times, and I noticed that I don't like when you have to bind your cardigan like this, because if you get warm, you can't just open it, and then if you want to open it, you have these dingling around and it looks weird. And now on my pregnancy I get really warm sometimes, and I have to just kind of be able to open my cardigan, and I can't with this. So I think I will frock the entire cardigan and knit something else with it, because I really love this yarn, and I want to knit something in this yarn that I really can wear often, that I will want to wear often, and I don't think I will with this. So I actually have the Magnolia sweater in mind by Camilla. I think Camilla Watt. It was in one of the Line magazines, and I don't know which issue, but I think I have the issue in with this design, with the Magnolia sweater, and I think I will make it into a cardigan, so I can open it. Yeah, maybe I will find some other pattern, but right now I have this pattern in mind, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. And yeah, I'm not so sad anymore. I was sad in the beginning because it didn't fit how I wanted, but yeah, I'm now looking forward to be able to knit something new with this lovely yarn. It's the BFL Mesham 4-ply yarn, and it's really soft and a little bit fluffy. So yeah, and I really love the color, and I was so close to choose a blue greenish color again, and I said no, this time I choose a different color, and I was really proud of myself that I chose untypical color for me, because it looks really beautiful, I think, on me. And yes, I look forward to knit with this again really soon. The next finished object I have is the Morvarch shawl. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but this this shawl I've knitted on a really long time. I bought the yarn for this pattern at Edinburgh Yarn Festival last year, so that was 2018, and I bought a yarn, and maybe half a year later I cast it on, and the yarn is really thin. It's a light fingering, I think, one ply. It's Gardenor number 1, an organic Shetland yarn, I think, and it's the most beautiful yarn, but it takes a while to knit with it. So, and I put this project aside many times because it's a slow, really slow knit, and this shawl has a really interesting construction. I think I talked about that in a previous episode, but you start in the middle and then you knit in the round and make the cable in the round, and then you knit these separately in all 4 corners, and then at last you knit this panel in only stockinette, and then it's a lace section on both sides. Yes, and I didn't have enough yarn for the lace section, so last Edinburgh Yarn Festival I bought 1 skein of the white, and also the Gardenor number 1, and a couple of days ago I finally finished it, and I'm so happy that I finished this project. The shawl is really beautiful and really soft. It's soft but has a really rustic feel to it, and I love that in yarn. That's my favorite yarn. And it looks, you can wear it like this, or you can wear it if you want to show off the beautiful cable in the middle. You can wear it like this maybe. And then you have it in the back. Yes, I'm really happy with the shawl, and I'm even more happy that I'm finished and don't have to knit on this anymore, because it was really stretching out, and I think only this last bit of stockinette, it took me so long time, and I'm so happy that I'm done. And it turned out so beautifully. The pattern is by Lucy Hagne, I think you pronounce it, and she makes a lot of these beautiful shawl designs with cables, so you really should check her out. She makes really beautiful designs. I will link to all patterns in the description box down below if you want to find them. Yes, then I have one last finished object, and that's a baby knit, of course. I try to always knit one thing for me and then one thing for the baby. So yes, this I made between projects for me, and it's not entirely finished, and I didn't have sewn in the ends yet because I thought I could use them for the buttons. And it's this tiny little cardigan, and I haven't found buttons yet. And that's a pattern from Petite Knit, and it's the pattern comes in a set with pants or trousers for baby and a little hat. And so far I've only made the cardigan, but next I will knit the pants and then the hat, and it's called Homecoming set, I think. I put it down there, I'm not quite sure. And the yarn I used for this little cardigan I bought in a beautiful little yarn shop in Stockholm before I moved to Germany, and it's Jämtlands yarn. So Jämtlands yarn is basically the merino of Sweden. So it's a sheep breed. It's a cross between a Swedish sheep breed and a merino sheep, and it's not quite as soft as, for example, Falkland merino. It has a little bit more rustic feel to it, but it's really soft, and it's not scratchy at all. So I think it's perfect for babies. And unfortunately I only bought one skein, so I don't have enough for pants, so I have to use a different yarn for the pants and the hat, but I have enough leftovers in white, because I thought I would make one entire white set of clothes, hat, cardigan and pants for the baby when it arrives. I made the smallest size, so it's the really tiny, and I hope it will fit the baby when it comes out. Yes, one more finished up that I forgot about. I showed you these baby pants in the last episode, and they weren't quite finished yet, but now they are. Look at that. This yarn is also Jämtlands yarn from a different mill in Sweden, and I think it was a 1 ply, and I dyed it with indigo a couple of years ago. And this pattern, I had found a free pattern on the internet I used, but I didn't stick to the pattern all the time. I made my own little thing sometimes, and I didn't quite know what size that is. I think it's a little bit big for the beginning, but then the baby can grow into it. So I have 2 knitted baby garments right now. I can show you one garment baby and my mom knitted for the baby. It's this one, really cute. I don't know what pattern she used for that, but I can put it down here. I can ask her what pattern, and it's really good. So yeah, a lot of blue and white right now. We don't know the gender of the baby, and it will be a surprise. So I will knit garments that fit for both boys and girls, and I think blue and white, and yeah, fits for everybody. And I don't really like to dress boys in blue and girls in pink. That's not really my thing. When me and my twin sister were babies, to keep us apart, I had always blue clothes, and my sister had pink, so I think it doesn't really matter how to dress your babies. Yes, that was all my finished objects, and now I have a bunch of works in progress as well. The first one I've showed you already, but now I finally got back to it. And that's the Arena sweater by Emily K. Williams. And I think I came like up to here last time, and yeah, I started knitting this sweater when I came back from Edinburgh Yarn Festival because I bought the yarn there, and then I knitted a lot on this because I really wanted to finish it, to have it during the summer, but then yeah, I stopped and put it aside, and now finally I got back to this project, and I've knitted come quite a bit, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to finish this beautiful sweater. I think I have now I'm almost finished with the first colorwork section, and then it's like it's so much again. Then you already start with the sleeves, because that's a boxy cropped sweater. It's not too long, so we will see when I will finish that. I don't like to knit on it too much because I think it's not a relaxing project, because you have to look on your chart all the time to get the colors right, and sometimes the colors are really similar, so you don't. Right now, I have a really difficult time sometimes to see the difference in the pattern, the different colors. So yeah, you have to be concentrated all the time when you knit on this, and yes, so I don't knit on that project so much because I have lots of other different projects going on as well. But I hope I will be able to finish that maybe before Christmas. It will be fun. Yes, the next work in progress is the Hat Dana by Denise Byron, and I was inspired to cast on this project when I watched the Gentle Knitter podcast a couple of weeks ago, and she had knitted this Hat Dana, and I have this project in my little Blue Rabbit house project bag I bought at Edinburgh Yarn Festival. I think I haven't showed you this. No. So yeah, and I really love this bag, by the way. It's my go-to project bag right now. And yeah, here is the Hat Dana. I'm almost finished. I started yesterday, and it's a really quick knit, and it looks like this. Let's see. So it's you can use it as a hat, but also as a bandana. So it can like go around your neck like this, or you can have it. Now I can put it on because my needles are in. Or you can put it on your head like this. So there are I think 3 different versions you can wear this Hat Dana, and yeah, it's really fun, and it really doesn't take long time to knit. The yarn I use for this is called Silk Road. It's from Joe Sharp, Silk Road Aran Tweed, and it's a wool, silk and cashmere blend. And this yarn I bought from a D-stash from Skandir. She had a D-stash a couple of I think last week, and I bought 3 skeins of this yarn there, and I already used 1 skein and just started with the second one, and then I have 1 more. So I think I will have enough to make maybe a pair of mittens or something, or 1 more hat. We'll see. It's really soft, and I'm around my forehead, and my neck is the only place I'm a little bit sensitive with wool. So that's really great because it has silk and cashmere. It's really soft, and yeah, I'm looking forward to finish that and wear it, and I hopefully like it. I have never knitted anything like it before. I've never seen anything like it before, so that's really exciting to finish that. And I think I will finish it today. And yeah, then I have one more work in progress, and it's in this little bag, and it's a pair of socks. Just started a couple of days ago. You see, and it's the Into the Woods by Melody Hoffman, and I think it's a really beautiful pattern. But the best part about when you buy this pattern, she will donate, I think, 20% to this organization, Protect the Rainforest, Amazon. And with all the fires being there right now, I think they can use all help. So I think it was a really good initiative she made to design a pattern and give 20% to this organization. Yes, and the yarn I'm using is hand dyed by me. I think it's dyed with cochineal and then over dyed with indigo, and it's a non-superwash rustic sock yarn, and it's from a spinning mill not far from here. It's maybe an hour from here. It's called Finkhof, and they spin yarn from German merino sheep. So that's merino. It doesn't feel like merino. It's really rustic, and it's spun in a way that will make the yarn a little bit more strong for socks. And yeah, I've never knitted socks in this yarn, so I'm really looking forward to it to wear them, and I will see how durable they are. And yeah, I don't know yet if that will be enough for 2 pair of socks. Maybe I will knit the heel and the tip in white, and yeah, because I'm not really sure if it will be enough, because it was 100 grams, and it is, I think, 300 meters per 100 grams of yarn. So yes, that's that, and I think it looks really beautiful with these little trees, and yeah, beautiful design for a great cause. I think that was all my works in progress for this episode. I wanted to show you some more yarn that I bought in the same stash as this green yarn. I knit the bandana in. So the one is the Petite Lamb's Wool from Biche. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's this beautiful violet blue color. So don't know if you can see it, but it has blue speckles and violet ones, and yeah, a little bit of gray. And yeah, I really was happy to see that she had one skein in her D-stash, because I wanted to try their yarns for quite some time, and I thought, like, I buy this yarn and see how it feels and how it looks, and I really like it. It's really soft. It's a fingering weight yarn, and I think I will buy 2 more skeins from Biche Biche and knit the poem sweater that is in Line magazine number 8, I think. Yes, and because I think it's perfect. And the pattern is knit in tuku wool, and it's almost the same thickness. I think that's a little bit thinner, but I think I would try and maybe knit a little swatch to look if it's that yarn works with this pattern. It would be great. I think the pattern, I think the color would go really well as well to this pattern. Yes, I'm really excited to try this out. And then I also bought this skein. Then I also got some scraps from this color and a little bit of white. The same yarn is a blue faced Leicester from Woolly Knit. And with this I thought I would knit some baby shoes or socks or something, maybe a hat, because my little sister is also pregnant. She's only 2 months after me, and I think she will like this color as well. And then I have a couple of friends that also will have a baby around the same time I will have, so I think I will knit a bunch of baby socks in this lovely soft yarn. Yes, that was all knitting related in this episode and yarn related, but I have some carvings I wanted to show you, because I had in July I sent a bunch of Nost pins and Richard Heddle looms to a exhibition in southern Sweden, and I got it back in the beginning of September, and a bunch of things were sold, but I have 2 pieces left, and the one is this little fox carved in oak wood, and Nost pin, and the other one is this Richard Heddle loom, do we call it in English, I think. So you can weave bands with it, and it's a tiny loom. And yes, for these 2 pieces I will have a shop update, maybe sometimes in November. I will carve some more things for the shop update, and I think I will happen sometimes in November, maybe for Christmas gifts or something. So these 2 items will be in this shop update. And then I have one more carving that is custom order, and I just wanted to show you because I think it's really looks cool. It's German Shepherd lady, I think, and yeah, the owner sent me a bunch of photographs, and right now I'm trying to paint her exactly like on the photograph. It's really hard because it looks a little bit different on every picture, but I think I'm getting there. and I really hope she will like it. Yes, that was the carvings. I can show you, and then I have one sewing project. I showed a picture of it on my Instagram, but I thought I would show you here as well. That is this deep GPN needle case I made a couple of months ago. I was so tired of all my DPNs lying around everywhere, so I had to sew something so I had all in one place. And I was inspired by Sophia Kilburn's DPN or needle case she made. So take a look. You can roll it open, and then you have all the DPNs right here. Yes, and I embroidered my monogram here in the corner, and the fabric, the blue fabric, my mom bought at Edinburgh Yarn Festival from Harris and Tweed, and I got one little piece of her fabric, and yeah, made this needle case, and I'm really happy so far. Works really well. You can roll it like this, and it holds all the DPNs inside. Yes, really practical thing to have, and I thought if you would be interested, I could make a tutorial how to sew such a needle case, because it's really easy and you don't need a lot of fabric. I used 2 different kinds of wool fabric, and I did sew everything by hand because I like that better, but of course you can do it with the sewing machine as well. So yeah, let me know in the comment section if you would be interested to see a little tutorial how to sew such a needle case. Yes, that was all I had to show you in this episode. I can tell you that I have something exciting going on. I have a new pattern going on, and hopefully in the next episode, that will be really soon, I can show you this pattern I made and call for test knitters. And so yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm really excited. It was a birthday design for my mom, because she had her birthday last week, and yes, it was a design just for her, and we have to come up with a name together, because I said it's your design, you can name it. And yeah, sometimes it's hard to find the perfect name for a pattern, but we are coming there, and we are going there. And in the next episode I will show you the pattern. I can tell you that it's a pair of mitts, fingerless mitts, and yes, I'm really excited to share that with you in the next episode. But I think this episode would be far too long if I would tell you that as well, so that will have to wait until next time. Yes, I really hope you liked this episode. Thank you for watching, and if you liked this episode, give it a thumbs up. That would be great, or subscribe if you like to. And yes, I see you next time. And you can find me on Instagram as the Fox and the Sheep, and a Crafter's Tale. That's my more private Instagram, there I show lots of knitting, and on my Fox and the Sheep Instagram I show more of my carvings. And then you can also find me on Ravelry as Nina93. I think I will change that to a crafter's tale in the future, but for now you can find me there as Nina93. And yes, I will put all the information in the description box down below, so you can find all the patterns I talked about and my Ravelry and my Instagram pages. Yes, I hope you enjoyed, and I see you really soon, hopefully. Bye!